Welcome. This intense fragment illustrates the high density of fire impact. The operation begins with combined work against infantry. FPV drones intercept moving targets, while a heavy bomber destroys a detected shelter with a precise drop. Next, the priority shifts to high-value technical assets. We see the destruction of transport and critically important electronic warfare (EW) systems. Neutralizing the EW effectively blinds the defense, opening a safe air window for striking the main targets. A heavy artillery howitzer, which detonates along with its ammunition, and an enemy UAV crew. This tactical cycle concludes with a methodical series of bomber strikes on the remaining infantry, ensuring the total, systematic clearing of the sector from all types of threats. The following extended segment is dedicated to operations against so-called hard-to-reach targets. We see operators methodically debunking the myth of the existence of completely safe zones. First, filigree work under a destroyed bridge. While massive concrete structures effectively protect against artillery shelling, they prove powerless against a maneuverable FPV drone. The pilot skillfully guides the apparatus directly into the blind spot under the covering, striking where the enemy felt most secure. Next, the engagement of manpower attempting to hide inside a private house cellar. A precise hit into the narrow entrance opening completely nullifies the advantage of the sunken shelter, turning the trap against them. Seasonality in the forest also becomes a critical factor. Fallen leaves have drastically changed the tactical situation. Bare trees no longer conceal silhouettes from above. And at night, this transparency is reinforced by high-resolution thermal imaging cameras. Operators clearly identify targets on the high-contrast image. This demonstrates that neither concrete thickness, cellar depth, nor forest darkness guarantee protection against pinpoint incapacitation. Operators begin by suppressing a firing point, destroying a mortar. Immediately following is a strike on logistics. 2 support vehicles are incapacitated. A camouflaged buggy draws particular attention. The attempt to hide the equipment proves futile. The relay is taken by a 3rd car, and the final chord is the destruction of a motorcycle with an EW system, which paradoxically failed to protect even itself. The adversary expends significant effort to camouflage heavy equipment in dense urban settings. We see a semi-destroyed building resembling a garage. At first glance, it is just a shapeless pile of construction debris and junk carelessly thrown inside. This is an attempt to hide an armored fighting vehicle, hoping the operator will mistake the object for ordinary ruins and fly past. However, intelligence works proactively, and the FPV drone pilot knows exactly what he is looking for. He ignores the visual deception and guides the munition straight into the center of this trash pile, penetrating the improvised camouflage. The strike's effectiveness is confirmed by a 2nd aircraft arriving to record the result. It witnesses not a static image, but an intense fire. The armored vehicle hidden under the rubble ignited instantly. The fire engulfs the entire interior space, turning the hideout into a trap and definitively confirming. A priority target was indeed hiding under the layer of debris, and it is now destroyed. Combat operations move to the upper echelon, turning into a true aerial hunt. We see a series of interceptions of Molniya-type strike drones. FPV drone operators demonstrate virtuoso piloting, catching up to and ramming these high-speed apparatuses. In total, 11 units were destroyed. This is critically important, as every downed aircraft is a direct attack on ground forces averted while still in the sky. Next, the priority shifts to Zala-type reconnaissance wings. The elimination of 7 such apparatuses is a strategic success, as they are responsible for guiding enemy artillery and loitering munitions. Hitting the thin profile of a maneuvering target's wing at such altitude is an extremely difficult task. By depriving the adversary of these eyes, operators effectively paralyze their long-range fire engagement system. The final chord is the destruction of 2 Orlons. Intercepting these high-altitude scouts definitively cements the technological dominance of FPV systems in the airspace over the sector. The final, most extensive episode is a chronicle of inevitability. We observe a series of critical moments. That exact split second before contact when the distance closes to 0. The camera captures gazes that read a complete, paralyzing understanding of the situation. Fear often blocks self-preservation instincts, forcing the target to simply freeze in anticipation of the finale, instead of attempting any maneuver at all. The geography of these strikes confirms a key thesis. The concept of a safe zone at tactical depth has completely vanished. The landscape no longer saves. We see engagements near water bodies, where the shoreline becomes a natural trap with no escape routes. In open fields, soldiers make a fatal error by instinctively running toward the only landmark, a lone tree. They do not realize that for the pilot, this tree serves as an ideal targeting marker, not cover. Roads, meant to ensure mobility, have turned into zones of deadly risk. The illusion of protection shatters in complex conditions as well. Branches in forests and overhead covers above trenches do not stop a maneuverable munition. Even more illustrative is the work in urbanized terrain. Ruins of houses and capital shelters, considered reliable protection against fire for centuries, turn into traps against FPV drones. Walls only limit the infantry's maneuverability, while the drone flies freely inside through windows or breaches. Proximity to equipment does not help either. Attempts to hide under or near transport often lead to the engagement of both the vehicle and the personnel, only increasing casualties. This pressure is continuous. The shift from day to night brings no respite, as thermal imagers continue to detect those trying to rest. This is the documentation of the process of completely pushing manpower out of the sector, where every point in space is under fire. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.